Welcome to our video on the strange and intriguing history of ancient Egyptian mummification. In this video, we will take a deep dive into the art and science of preserving the dead in ancient Egypt, which has fascinated historians and scholars for centuries. So, buckle up and get ready for an exciting journey through one of the most captivating and mysterious aspects of ancient Egyptian culture and religious beliefs. About 2600 BCE, during the 4th and 5th dynasties, Egyptians probably began to mummify the dead intentionally. The practice continued and developed for well over 2,000 years, into the Roman period around 30 BCE c. 364. And it was one of the most fascinating cultural practices of that civilization. Egyptians believed that when a person died, their soul would journey to the afterlife, a place where the body must be preserved to enjoy eternal life. Because of this, they developed the art of mummification, which was considered an essential ritual in ensuring the rebirth of the deceased in the afterlife. The process of mummification. Mummification was a complex process that involved several stages. The first stage was the removal of all organs, except for the heart, which was believed to be the seat of the soul. The organs were carefully removed and cleaned before being placed in special jars. The body was then washed and purified with wine and spices to remove any impurities. After the body had been prepared, it was then wrapped in linen bandages. Different types of linen were used, with the finest being reserved for the wealthy and powerful. The body was then covered in resin, which acted as a preservative, and the final layer of linen was applied. The head and face were wrapped separately, and a death mask was often placed over the face to depict the deceased's likeness. The role of priests. Mummification was not just a process for the wealthy and powerful. Ordinary people could also undergo the ritual, although the process was less elaborate. The priests of the time were responsible for conducting the mummification and funeral ceremonies, and it was their job to ensure the safe passage of the deceased to the afterlife. The priests would conduct elaborate burial rituals and perform spells and incantations to protect the body and soul of the deceased. In some cases, they would also leave food and drink offerings with the deceased, which were believed to sustain them on their journey to the afterlife. The afterlife and mummification. Mummification was an essential part of ancient Egyptian religious beliefs, with the afterlife being a central concept of their faith. According to Egyptian mythology, the afterlife was a place of judgment, where the deceased would be judged by the god Osiris and his council. It was believed that the deceased's deeds in life would determine their fate in the afterlife. Those who were deemed worthy would enjoy eternal life and be transformed into a divine entity. Those who were found unworthy would be doomed to a terrible existence, often depicted as being eaten by a monster that symbolized their sins. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the strange and intriguing history of ancient Egyptian mummification. We hope you enjoyed learning about the myths, rituals, and scientific techniques that made this practice possible. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos on history and culture. Until next time, goodbye.